Hi everybody, welcome to the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. I'm Jack Hanna, and today we're going to venture out on the Savanna with Sam to meet some amazing animals. During our adventure, use your tablet or phone to explore the surrounding areas by holding it at eye level and moving it up, down, and all around because there's a lot to see, and make sure to stick around at the end. I'll have a fun activity for you to try. Have fun on the Savanna.
Hi, I'm Sam here in the heart of Africa at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. I'm one of the keepers here, and today we're out here doing a savanna tour. So we have lots of animals that call the savanna home, including zebra, wildebeest, ostrich, but the most famous of all of our animals out here are definitely our giraffe. So right here next to me we have Kapawa and we have Lance, and they're two of our giraffe here in our herd of 15 giraffe at the Columbus Zoo. So as you can see, Kapawa is not shy at all. Neither is Lance. And one of the reasons why our giraffe are very friendly and interactive is because we spend a lot of time every day training our giraffe and making sure that they are comfortable interacting with us and interacting with all of our visitors that get to come here into the savanna just like you and say hi to them. So one of the giraffe's favorite things to eat is lettuce. And you can see I have another friend here, Sherry, and she's feeding lettuce to Lance. And these guys can go through about 4 to 5 cases of lettuce a day between our entire herd. They eat a lot. Out in Africa, these guys would be eating a lot of leaves, acacia browse and other browse that they can find on the savanna. And they can eat for about 18 hours a day. It's a really long time. So we like to keep our giraffe busy by feeding them lettuce, but we also feed them different grain, we feed them hay, and they also get really special treats when we're training them. So when we train our giraffe, they get crackers, they get sweet potato, carrots, all different kinds of produce. One of the things that's always really fun about the savanna is that there's a lot going on. Hi! You can see there's some of our friends driving through. Because everybody wants to be out here, this is where all the action is. So when we're training our giraffe, we do a lot of different things. We train them for a lot of different behaviors, and the main behaviors that we train them for are things that help us take care of them. We want them to be voluntarily participating in their own care. So all the things that we do to make sure that they're healthy and safe, we want them to understand what's happening to them, and we want them to be a part of that procedure as well. So one of the main things that we will do with these guys is we draw their blood a lot. So when we draw their blood, if you guys can see here on Kapawa, right here is a big vein. And this is always the vein that we can draw from, or we can draw from another vein that's on their leg. And the important thing about drawing their blood is we can run it through a lab and we can check to make sure that everything is okay with these guys. You know, they don't speak English, they don't speak a language, so we have to go off of what they tell us through their body language and what they tell us through their blood work. And so being able to run their blood, we're able to see if they're healthy or if they might need some different vitamins or some different treatments. One of the things that we are super proud that we've been able to do with our herd, especially with Lance here and a few of our other boys, is we've been able to draw enough blood that we can actually collect plasma from them. And that's really important to us because not only is it something that helps us train them, but it's something that benefits giraffe that aren't just here in Columbus. It benefits giraffe all over America. Whenever there's a baby giraffe born at another zoo, if that giraffe calf is sick or if it's not doing too well, we can offer them some of our giraffe's plasma, and it's like a super fix. It really helps them with different antibodies, and it just helps those giraffe calves bounce back. We actually just recently sent some out, and that giraffe calf is doing great. So we were really proud that we're able to do that. And I know Lance is probably pretty proud too. Are you proud, Lance? Yeah, he thinks so. So you can see these guys really, their main focus is eating. They just really, really like to eat. So we actually have we have 2 different giraffe here at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium, 2 different species or subspecies, depending on what you think. So we have reticulated giraffe, and that's what Kapawa and Lance are. So you can tell that they're reticulated because they have these really thick, light brown spots, and that kind of distinguishes them from our other species of giraffe, our Maasai. So Jaina was over here. I don't see her anymore, but the Maasai giraffe have really dark and kind of puzzle piece spots, so you can see the difference between those two. All of our reticulated giraffe that we have here are boys, so Lance and Kapawa are both boys. Our females are all Maasai, so if you see a female giraffe around here, they're definitely our Maasai giraffe. These guys are definitely a handful. So you can tell probably it's a little bit windy out here, but that's no big deal for the giraffe. So they definitely are a warm weather species. So our giraffe don't go outside unless it's at least 50 degrees out. They can go out if it's 45 as long as they can have access to a heated barn that we have back at kind of our home base. But out here, when they're locked outside, it has to be at least 50 degrees. And they love being outside. You can see they're so beautiful. When the sun shines on them, there's nothing prettier than a giraffe, right? So the reason that they have to be in warm weather is because if you look at each one of these spots, it basically acts as a heat releaser. So all of the veins and arteries are networked underneath every single spot. So if you look at a giraffe with a thermographic camera or a camera that shows heat, all their spots shine almost white because of how much heat they can lose from each one of those, which is really awesome because if you live in Africa and it can be over 100 degrees every day, you want to make sure you can stay cool. However, when you live in Ohio or in Columbus, we have to kind of make sure that they're warm enough. So that's one of the things that we have to worry about when we're taking care of our giraffe here. Sherry, do you want to see if maybe we can get the zebra over here? Oh, the ostrich. So, like I said, we have loads of different animals that live out here in the savannah. One of our kind of more recognizable species are our ostrich. So Sherry's gone off. She's going to try and bring some of those giant birds over here so that we can talk about them. So ostrich are really cool birds. One of the most distinctive features about them is that they can't fly. When you think about birds, a lot of times you think that they fly, but ostrich actually can't. So flight birds, birds that can fly, have hollow bones. Ostriches have solid bones because they're not going anywhere in the air. They also have really unique feathers. Oh, Lance. They also have really unique feathers. So a lot of times when you see birds cleaning their feathers or cleaning their wings, what they're doing is they're spreading an oil over their feathers that make them waterproof. Ostrich don't have that oil on their skin. So when they get wet, they look kind of gross. Their feathers don't stand up to the water. But you can see also, ostrich have huge eyes and they can see almost anything. Their sight is one of their best features. They can see all colors. They can see the teeniest, tiniest things. And one of the things they really like to see is anything that's really shiny. So when we're out here and we're dealing with our ostrich, we have to be careful with the earrings that we wear or the jewelry that we wear because they'll try to take your earrings right out of your ears. It's very frustrating. So, one of the biggest things about ostrich is their giant feet. So they have these giant one toes that come out of their feet with a giant claw. So a lot of people refer to them as modern day velociraptors, and they really do. They look like dinosaurs. We were loading them up on a trailer one time, and they jumped off the trailer and they pulled their feet up in the air, and it was incredible. A little bit scary, but also it was just so cool to see them and see how just prehistoric they look. And so our ostrich are really, really tall too. They're the world's largest bird. They stand at about like 8 feet. I mean, they're really, really tall, and you can see when they stand all the way up. You can see how big they are. So a lot of people, when they come out into the savannah, they're worried that the ostrich are going to bite them. But if you look at these guys' beak, it's really round. It's almost like a duck's beak. It doesn't really hurt. What you want to look out for is that giant foot and that giant claw. And that's how ostriches defend themselves. They kick really strongly. I mean, they can kill lions with their kicks. They're so strong. So when we're thinking about dealing with our ostrich, we want to make sure that we're in a protected vehicle and that everybody who comes out here to the savannah is also protected from them as well. But also, they're super friendly, really curious, and we like to feed them because they're really fun to be around. So thank you so much for coming out into the savannah and joining us with our tour today. I really hope that you learned a little bit about giraffe, a little bit about ostrich, and that they brightened up your day because the giraffe always brightened up my day. So thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed feeding the giraffes on the savannah with Sam and her friends. Did you happen to notice anything that seemed a little unusual or out of place? We had a few other things for you to find. Check out this list of items to look for and see if you can find them all while watching the video again. Good luck with your search and have fun back out on the savannah.